Please sign in, address, and so on and so forth. When I call your name, you'll be able to have your attention. First, I just wanted to introduce some of the officials, elected officials. We have Matt LeClaire, John Dennis, both from West Hurley, Mike Baum, West Hurley, Mark Rizell, Old Hurley, and myself, John Perry, Hurley Town Supervisor. Tonight's meeting is going to be, excuse me, I'm just going to have a seat. Tonight's meeting is an informational meeting. There will be no minutes taken, so there's nothing going to be, no town official business being performed this evening. So your questions and answers will go to the developer for the developer to answer. Again, the town will have no recourse here this evening. With that being said, the format and rules for this evening, it's pretty straightforward. Again, no political advances. You must sign in. If you haven't signed in, I'll state this again. Please sign in the back. We'll be calling out the names, and based on the names being called out, that's the order that you'll be speaking in.
And this is also my wife, Sarah. So when I told her that I'm going to be booed by 150 people, she said that she'd like to come and at least hold my hand. A little bit about me. When I was in my 20s, I started out as a cabinet maker, and I liked making furniture. And when I found that I made a piece of furniture and I sanded it and I finished it, when I put the varnishes on it and watched it pop, that was probably the most exciting thing that I've ever done. So watching a piece of wood come to life was very rewarding and fulfilling. When I was in my early 30s, I opened a construction company, which quickly grew to a 60-person construction company. We did work all over Manhattan. We did the French Embassy. We did tons of very high-end projects, and I did that 16 hours a day, 7 days a week for 30 some odd years. About 25 years ago, we decided to change directions and try to reduce having clients, and we decided that we wanted to own property. So we started buying real estate that we could fix up, renovate, and then convert over and make it into apartment buildings. Is that me? So my wife and I came to this area about 20 years ago. So we came up about 20 some odd years ago. We went to the town of High Falls, and we stayed at a bed and breakfast in High Falls, and we met with a realtor. Some of you may know her name was Mary Collins. And Mary Collins took us out to go look at property because we said we were interested in buying some stuff in the area. And so she took us to a house that had about 100 acres in it and a nice farmhouse. And she said, and across the street, there's 9 acres with a stream that runs through it. And if you guys want to take a walk, just walk through the woods over there and you'll see that. So Sarah and I walked down and looked at the woods and the property, and we fell in love with that stream. And we said, if we get in this stream with this cliffs, we have to buy it. We're getting that. So in that, we bought that piece of property for $38,000. And then we said, we're going to build our own house there. So we built this house out of stone that was on the property, and this took us 10 years of weekends to build. Every stone that came from our property. We then had children, and this is a picture of my son. We have a bee farm on that property. And this is also my daughter with rescue horses that we also have. In that, I'm going to give you over to Kanan Gundes. He's a partner on this project as well as in many other of our ventures. And then after that, Angela Jones will take you through the Bleecker Street, and Antonio is going to take you through the legal process. Kanan?
How are you? I'm not involved in the buildings you're here tonight to learn about, but I am a partner in this project. And even at the risk of being associated with someone who's been vilified by some carefully orchestrated PR, I'm comfortable enough knowing the facts to stand up here and be a part of that conversation. And can tell you sincerely that we're grateful and humbled for the opportunity to speak with you tonight and address your concerns. Now, Kerry didn't have to come up here tonight to face tough questions of his background and intentions, but he wanted to address the concerns directly, face to face, in an honest and transparent conversation. Now, I also take these issues we're discussing tonight very seriously. I can tell you that having reviewed the public record myself, which some of the independent people who've worked on the buildings will present here for you tonight. After looking at the city records and the court records and seeing the building myself, I have no reservations about working with Kerry on this project or others in the future. And I think that after you've had a chance to review the city's current public records, you'll come to the same understanding yourself. This is a hardworking guy who's put himself out there on many occasions, renewing blighted building stock and providing good quality housing, where there's often just skepticism of development. And I've watched him time and again ease people's concerns and finish good projects that the community's happy with.
I was born and raised here. Our area lacks rental areas incredibly. With Airbnb now and the raising costs of rentals, our area and local people have been pushed out of the area.
Worked with Mike for many, many years. He goes out in the field and he calls what he sees.
Scott, did he help you fill out the environmental assessment form that you did, the part 1?
No, we don't need any help on that.
Okay, so
We have the experts that we hire. Then there's the agencies that are involved in the process. And then the planning board can take it upon themselves if they need to hire an expert or experts.
I want to know about the well drilling. There was, as I understand, there was no pumping, or how was the well tested? There was pumped. Line pressure went down exponentially.
Right? What are we getting in this neighborhood from single bedroom apartments? Because I don't think one senior citizen in this room is going to move into a single bedroom apartment. They already own their house. So what are we getting in this neighborhood when you're talking single bedroom apartments? That's what I want to know. I want to know what we're getting in this neighborhood.
The answer.
They absolutely will be answered.
Now, John, quite honestly,
Yes, sir.
I want to make it clear to everybody, look, it doesn't matter whether it's low income, senior, or the working class person. Everybody's got a right to live somewhere. But the problem is, this parcel is not the place.
Yeah.
And again, I want to reiterate, I own land here. I'm actually way down over the other side of the road.
Question is, if you see this residential area, and we are families mostly that live here, why are you choosing one-bedroom apartments instead of staying consistent with the flavor of this neighborhood, which is families?
That's an excellent question. We've talked to a lot of people who have grown up in the area, left, gone to school, they come back, and as you know, the housing prices have gone up, they don't necessarily have a place to live, they're not living with mom and dad anymore. They're young professionals, they want to get a start, but they want to bring what they've learned back to where they grew up.
Okay,
So, number one, I think we gotta thank these guys for showing up and confronting all of us. And that's the West Hurley people that I know and love, right? The classy ones, right? That's who we are. So, no disrespect at all, but I think you've heard people talk from their heart. And again, it's fact, it's our reality. We have water problems, we have flood problems, we have wells that go dry. So I hope when you guys go home tonight, just think about what you heard, say, wow, those folks in West Hurley really helped us because we're about to make a huge mistake.
With all due respect, or maybe no respect, I spent 10 years in landlord tenant court in New York City. And for you to undermine people falling in violations that are real, and you're saying that it was for no reason, is ridiculous. I know landlords like you, because I had a slumlord, okay? I know what it's all about.
Okay, if anybody, if there are any problems with the roads, okay, you have to widen the roads, you have to change the roads, you have to put in a light. I mean, just hypothetically, anything. If you have to maintain the roads, if you have to repave the roads.
Praetorius and Conrad, there were probably 11 questions. So if I missed one or whatever, I mean, the first question about the well, there were actually 3 wells that existed on the property. 2 of them were didn't have enough yield. We have the main well that the school was using and that we're going to use for our primary source.
It's that kind of information and the questions that we're hearing tonight that we need to understand so that we can consider how to remediate things, problems that come up with the land that we're doing.
As I said, sir, Mike, when they did this, he also followed all the rules. He got 18 variances in order to be approved to do whatever he's doing there, this construction. And there was a statement there that says that there was no
building. This is the newer building, and the existing well is right here between the 2 buildings. Okay.
It's Ryan and Blevins. The Ryan is the old, the Ryan is the old, the
Okay.
Blevins is the new.
Okay, so it's between the 2 right here. It sticks up, the casing sticks up about this high. It's a light blue color. All right, no, you asked me. And then the new well is over here on the northerly side of the newer building, past the tennis court.
There's limited workforce housing that will be offering to like police personnel, firemen, school people.
It's here. And I will say, one of the concerns is that the maybe it didn't come out fast enough as far as the meeting. I did have to wait till April 8th in order to get the okay to the fire department because everything takes time. I know everybody wanted to have the meeting as quickly as possible to speak on behalf, so I did the best that I could. There's multiple things that had to be. I had everybody here, the developers, the hall. So if it didn't happen enough time to accommodate everybody's wishes for, putting it in paper, on the websites, whatever, I apologize ahead of time, but there's multiple things that had to happen in order for this meeting to take place.
And could everybody that came to the meeting tonight, if you don't have an email, at least leave a phone number or even an address on the paper in the back,